Okay, now we have the Ask Me Anything section of the podcast. Thank you for leaving us voice memos in the Chani app. You just go to the menu bar, click it, and it'll show you how to leave a voice memo for us. So here is this week's.
Hi, I want to know if there are placements in someone's chart that could inform how they experience leaving home and traveling and what it does to their body or just how they feel about the idea of traveling. I like to travel. My husband does not, but it's because he always gets sick.
Oh no.
And I do not. And he likes to travel, but doesn't like what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Okay, so travel is all about the ninth house. The ninth house is the ninth sign from your ascendant. The ninth house is a part of your chart. Everyone has a ninth house. Every single person. Every single person has 12 houses, 12 different domains of life that are in your chart. We all have all 12 signs in our chart because they all represent all 12 houses. So whether or not you got planets in a house doesn't matter. You still got that house. That section of life is still talked about in your chart. So I would look at the ninth house. If he has planets in the ninth house, they might describe something about the nature of his experience when he travels. The ninth house is about travel, teaching, long journeys, far away journeys. Certainly in the ancient world, journeying for long periods of time was super dangerous. There were robbers on the road. Things were treacherous. It wasn't like there was like convenience stores or hotels. Like you had to be out in the elements. So going into the ninth house or going on a long journey was like, who knew when you would get back? You couldn't text your family or your friends or your spouse to be like, hi, I just got here. Or like, woof, the airport. There was no airports. You were like on a horse or something else or by foot. And you had to like sleep out in the open. Like ninth house stuff, traveling was treachery. So there is that element of it in our psyche still, I think. And also in a way, you know, we used to have to really earn the trip. Now I just get on a plane and my whole life, I just got on a plane. I'm halfway around the world, 12 hours later, I get off and I go to a hotel and like, I didn't really have to earn it. But for most of human history, we had to suffer. I mean, imagine being in one of those like jostly carriages for 20 hours. Like, how did you even cope with that? Or literally by foot. And in a lot of ways, I'm sure it was amazing because you were like really with the earth and the ground and whatever. And then in a lot of ways, it's like, oh, is that a wildebeest in the trees? Like what's coming to get me at night? So there is that feeling of danger with the ninth house. So what I would say is that I want to see like what sign is his ninth house and what planet rules his ninth house, what planet rules that sign. Where is that planet? If that planet is compromised, like say he has a night chart, meaning Mars is on his team, Venus is on his team, the moon is on his team, and maybe Mercury. But if he has a night chart and Saturn is in his ninth house, then that's a signification that ninth house stuff might be challenging. It could be fun in some ways and challenging in other ways. Like maybe you love education, but travel is hard. Or maybe you always fight with your professors, but you have a PhD, that kind of thing. Or vice versa. If you have a day chart, you're born in the day and Mars is in the ninth house, then that could just create some kind of like feeling of danger or conflict. And then I want to see if there's a connection between his sixth house of illness and, we could say health, but it's really about like what pains us in the body and the ninth house. They naturally square each other. So say he had Mars in one place and Saturn in another place. I'd be like, yeah, look, there's a hefty connection between those two places. It doesn't mean it can't be turned around and made good, but you can see like, oh, yeah. Or if his sun is in the ninth house, but Saturn's squaring it from the sixth house, then it could be like, does he feel like when he goes out into the world, like he's leaving behind these responsibilities that he needs to contend with, is it hard to manage the fear or the anxiety that comes up when we leave home and go out into the world? And is the body is saying something? So I kind of want to know if there's a connection between his 6th house and his 9th house. And I also kind of want to know, like, is the ruler of his 9th house in his 4th house, or is there some kind of connection between home, because the 4th house is home, and the 9th house? Like, I know people that have something really important in the 4th house and something really important in the 9th house, and they have a conflict because they want to be both home and abroad. And so there could be something that happens if there's an internal conflict in him. And I'm just wondering, his body is saying something, right? Like, if we are experiencing something physically painful or difficult every time we do this thing, the body is keeping the score, right? The body always knows. So what is his body trying to tell him? It feels like the system is like, oh, I can't fend off all of this foreign information. I can't fend off all of these foreign to me, bacterias or viruses or what have you. So there's something there that he needs to like build up a more robust container, a more robust sense of protection, a more robust sense of like, I'm carrying home with me. But the body's saying something and I want to know. And so I would look again at the 9th house, if there's planets there, the ruler of the 9th house, and what information that tells me. I would also look at the 6th house, which is again about ailments and what can cause us suffering. I might also look if there's a connection between the 1st house and the 9th house. It's a natural trine, so it's not a challenging aspect. But if there's something challenging, like if the ruler of his 9th house is sitting with a planet that's a malefic, then that would, like, if it's ruler of his 9th house is Venus and it's sitting in between Mars and Saturn, then I'd be like, oh yeah, like every time you move out, you have to contend with these harsh forces. So it's really about the combination of planets that are with the ruler of his 9th house or the planets that are in his 9th house. And probably it's both. I really want to know both. And then I want to see, like, can we unpack something for you? What feels unsafe when you move out into the world? What makes you feel vulnerable? And can we build some kind of tolerance to the new information? Can we build some kind of internal, strengthening of the immune system, literally and figuratively, so that when you go out and you don't have your creature comforts or you're not in your familiar environment, your system doesn't kind of go offline. Your system stays resilient and able to ward things off. I mean, a lot of us get sick when we go traveling, especially in certain seasons, or if we have children. There's a lot of different factors, but it sounds like this is like a chronic condition and something that there's a lot more information, and his body knows something very important, and I want to know what that is. There's a memory in there. There's a situation that he's experienced in the past that is getting lived out again and again and again when he goes away from home. So what was the original being taken away from home or being taken out of a safe place? Or what's the thing that gets triggered in him when he goes out into the world? And is there a way to kind of rewire that response? I hope that's helpful.